Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly. We're going to do fire, water, air, and earth all in one video as a collective this week. Shout out to my Capricorns and Virgos. You guys had the highest views on last week's weekly messages. So there may or may not be a bonus for you guys coming later this week. So let's see what the theme is. What's happening for my collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All placements, all signs. Love is coming. Okay, so something is changing either in a relationship or if you're single, I feel like there could be new love potentially coming in. Bring peace to your life and your relationships will flourish. Spirit's telling me that if you don't have peace in your heart, it's really hard to have the exchange of energy with love going out, love coming in, equal give and take. And so you have to find that peace from within, and then things start to change, start to flourish. Interesting. And your higher purpose. So you could be called to your calling. If you watch my podcast, last week's episode was all about finding your calling, what is your calling, and how to come into alignment with that. So align yourself with love and wisdom. What else does the collective need to know? Thank you. All right. Spirit's telling you to follow your dreams. Have you lost your sense of wonder? Your childlike wonder, curiosity about life, about love, about just anything. Where is your sense of wonder? I feel like some of you are going through some major transformations. I can see a butterfly shape in the clouds as I look out the window behind me. And I feel like there is this need for change coming in. It's going to feel more internal at first, but eventually it also reflects externally. So butterflies could be significant. It's a symbol of transformation, growth, and change. I feel like this is an indication that you need to follow your dreams. You need to do the things that you love in life in order to actually find your purpose, find your calling, and eventually to find love. So Spirit's kind of putting you on this path of discovery that you're going to stride out into new territories, you're going to go in a new direction, you're going to try new things, and that it's going to lead you to where you really should be. But remember that you always have free will. So this tells us that you always have a choice, but Spirit's trying to call you towards your higher calling and to serve your purpose. Okay, Spirit, show us what we need to see. Fire, water, air, and earth. What do they need to know for their week ahead, the next 7 days? All right, we start with love, the lovers. Some sort of choice or decision is going to have to be made in love, but it does look like somebody new is coming in, and they're coming in with some sort of an offer. Some of you, it could be that this person is a bit younger than you, so maybe that makes you a little uncomfortable. I feel like this person has a lot to learn about life still, but I feel like they also have this kind of childlike mentality or view of the world that they still see most things or most people as very good. And I feel like this could actually be a good connection for you if you take the time to get to know them. But pages bring news, so there's some sort of good news coming in, and it could have to do with a love relationship, or even potentially like you're waiting on an answer if somebody wants to be with you in that capacity. I do think for some of you, you're focused on rest and healing right now, that you might have been through some sort of significant loss, because this is the Four of Swords, so the Three of Swords implies that we've gone through a lot of heartbreak, pain, grief, loss, or we're dealing with mourning. And so this is a period of recovery. We're working on letting go of the pain and replacing that with love, right? So I feel like you need a period of rest or time out. You could also be recovering from some sort of illness. Everyone in my house was like extremely sick over the last few weeks, come down with some sort of bug. And so I feel like you could be recovering from something that maybe had you, in bed, maybe even potentially in the hospital for a little while, and you need some time to rest and recover. So take that time. I do think that in this week you have some blessings coming in for you, especially financially. And so I feel like it's important that we take the time to rest, because I feel like things are going to escalate quickly and we're about to be extremely busy in either our work sector, something that's maybe our calling, our purpose. And I feel like it's also an indication that some positive changes are coming in your finances. So I love to see that. So there's some sort of elevation of money. Some of this is divinely guided. Some of it is just destined. It's owed to you karmically, and that fate and destiny are spinning the wheel of fortune or good luck in your favor at this time. So you're also completing some sort of phase here. Maybe it has to do with love, maybe it has to do with something else, but things are changing for the better, and it's definitely coming in quickly. The Chariot tells us that we are learning to balance the light and the dark aspects of ourselves, so our light and our shadow side, the good and the bad. But I also feel like this is propelling us forward. And so the Chariot itself could be a vehicle. You might be needing to replace one. There could be that you're buying a new vehicle or new to you vehicle, movement, travel, relocation, but being able to find some sort of balance. That is definitely something that looks like it's coming in. Some of you might be actually physically moving homes or where you live. Could be a short distance, could be a long distance, and that you are finding some sort of victory over a situation in your life and learning to balance things. So that helps to shift things for the better. It helps to get us out of this doom and gloom mentality, lots of worry, could have been lots of tears shed, things like that. Letting go of the fear and replacing that with intuition and love instead. What else do they need to see for their next 7 days? All right. So definitely some travel, movement, or relocation, but I feel like you've waited a long time. There's been some sort of delay here. Maybe it was due to illness. Maybe it was finances, but those delays are being removed so that you can make some forward progress. And again, travel is definitely indicated for someone. All right, you might have a fire sign, an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, that is going to help you to kind of, Spirit's giving me the word escalate things moving much quicker. I do feel like this king is somebody who's driven, ambitious, he's passionate, he's outspoken, kind of the life of the party, or he could be a little bit loud. He's full of fire, he's full of ambition, and he likes to get things done. So Spirit's trying to call you out of a comfort zone. They need you to take a leap of faith someplace. They need you to step out of that comfort zone to try new things and go in a new direction, because it's towards all these blessings. So we've got to leave certain things behind in order to get to the blessings that we're looking for. There could also be job prospects coming in. There could be an unexpected visitor that arrives at your door. The Knight of Pentacles, Knights bring news as well as pages. So I do feel like for some of you it's about money or a job coming in. Seven of Pentacles tells us we might be really frustrated at the current time with work and money, but we need to decide whether the juice is worth the squeeze. Do we continue, or do we allow the frustrations to kind of deter us off the path? So remember, if you've invested a lot of time, energy, or effort somewhere and it's worth it to you, then keep going. And if it's not, shift and change directions. All right, what else do we need to see? Yeah, so you're going to have to make kind of a tough decision. I feel like you could be dealing with an authority figure that's a little cold. I call the Queen of Swords the Ice Queen because she's usually very cutthroat. She's somebody that she doesn't mince words. She doesn't play games. She's very intelligent. She's also really skeptical, and she's protecting herself. So either you come forward with a legitimate offer or the truth, or she cuts you out entirely. There's not really a gray area for her. It's very cut and dry. So be cautious with an authority figure. I do think that for some of you it's a partnership, because we have the King and the Queen of Wands. So there could also be a positive force that's coming in. I feel like you could also have a manifestation that's coming in for you this week. And the Queen of Wands is a master manifester. So she's a lot like the Magician. She goes after what she wants out of life and she makes things happen. She's also somebody that commands a lot of attention, good or bad. She doesn't care. She uses that to her advantage. So a positive, fiery, and outspoken person could be coming in. They might be bringing some sort of truth or clarity to the situation this week. There could be some sort of epiphany or aha moment that's coming in when the truth is shared. I do feel like for some of you, it's about somebody's feelings towards you that maybe you didn't know. See, speak of the Magician. Speak of the Magician, right? Speak of the devil. I feel like your words are really powerful. So think before you speak this week is going to be kind of a theme. I feel like you need to be cautious with your thoughts, keep them as positive as possible so that you manifest something positive. But you do have a manifestation that's trying to come in. The Magician creates the life that he wants. He's got all of the tools at his disposal in order to do that. So abracadabra literally translates to as I speak it, I create it, and you're creating a victory. I love that. So you've been through some battles. You've definitely been through a lot of ups and downs, kind of roller coaster of emotions, really difficult circumstances. But I feel like you stayed true to your purpose or what it is that you really wanted in life, and you kind of kept your eye on the prize. And so that's going to help to bring this in. This victory could also lead to fame and fortune for somebody. We also have the Wheel of Fortune out here. So you might be cast in the spotlight, public recognition, fame, fortune to follow. I do feel like it could be kind of a shock, maybe like an overnight sort of success, but it's coming. So the Ten of Pentacles is lacking nothing. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Money is greatly going to improve going forward. I feel like some of you might be buying like a bigger home, a better car. Just don't spend it all overnight. I feel like that's important too. There is like this elevation that I feel like by following your purpose, that leads to this what's the right word? Like elevation of status. So maybe you go from major lack to abundance, and Spirit's trying to make sure that you understand that you don't want to blow all this overnight. So you're being rewarded for the hard work. You're being rewarded for the challenges, and you're being rewarded for following where you're supposed to be in life. And so that's the only reason that this is coming in. It's because of your hard work. So they want you to see that it's being rewarded. All right, so Page of Cups, again, I do feel like some of you have a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, that's going to express how they feel. Watch out for somebody who's trying to deceive you. I feel like there could be some liars, cheaters, thieves, or manipulators, and we want to start cutting that energy out or have boundaries. What else do they need to see over the next 7 days? Yeah. So there's some confusion, but it's going to be cleared up. I feel like that has to do with the work situation. I feel like there is also some sort of news that's coming. It could be about this victory. Could be a pay raise, promotion coming in for somebody as well. What else? Ooh. All right, Two of Swords. So you're going to be faced with some sort of decision. So the good news is you have the Ace of Swords out here telling us we're going to have the confusion cleared up, the clarity is restored, the breakthrough that we need. Also creativity, creative thinking. Think outside the box. There's something that someone needs to know, that they need to be more creative. What else? Okay. You're going to take action somewhere. Somebody's gonna charge forward bravely. I feel like it has to do with love more than I feel like anything else. Somebody's going to make their feelings known. I also feel like there is this elevation element that more money is definitely coming. Unexpected check in the mail, pay raise, promotion, enough to be charitable to others. So there's definitely this need or this want to spread the wealth around or be charitable. Again, communication is incoming. I do feel like that leads to a decision. It also leads to victory. It could be a manifestation that's coming in the world. So you're closing out really difficult chapters this week. This is some divine intervention. I feel like it's been a long time coming. Lots of ups and downs, lots of kind of cycles repeating, and we're working on closing those things out to go in a new direction. But I feel like the world tells us that we're triumphing over these difficulties. We're going to get to where we want to be. For some of you, you're traveling, moving, or relocating. You're changing things up pretty drastically. For others of you, it won't be as drastic, but there are still some changes that are coming. So I do feel like this is going to be a pretty positive week. Really important that you trust your instincts and intuition, especially where business dealings are concerned. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. If it sounds too good to be true, it more than likely is. So trust your instincts. Anything else they need to know about their week? Yeah, some of this is definitely divine intervention or divine guidance, restoring the balance, leveling the playing field. Somebody has a lot of options. You really want to choose carefully and make sure that you know who and what you're getting involved with. Tell us the outcome for the week, please, Spirit. All right, Queen of Cups, nurture what you want to grow. I feel like there's somebody in your energy that's very nurturing, very sweet, very gentle, very motherly. I do feel like you're also in this period of financial recovery, as well as you might have been recovering from illness, injury, surgery, and I feel like things are on the mend is what Spirit's saying. There's some sort of delays that you've had around money. Those are also being removed. Remember, we want to be in our receiving energy, so our softer feminine side. There could also be this seed of creation pregnancy announcements coming up, but there's definitely some sort of delays, and we're delayed because we need to remove the toxicity before we're rewarded. So all of your hard work is going to be worth it. Spirit's trying to show you that by letting go of toxic cycles, relationships, situations, temptations, addictions, codependencies, or things that make you feel stuck, those things, once they get removed, then all of a sudden the blessings start to flow. Yep. Could be going towards marriage, or this is part of your ascension. Expect some sort of communication this week. Some of it might take strength and courage to face your fears to keep moving past it. But again, you will be rewarded. The Nine of Pentacles, she's sitting pretty. She has everything that she possibly needs. And contemplate the future. What does that look like for you? Are you going to travel? Are you going to relocate? Are you taking a trip someplace? You're going to have to make a decision, and somebody might be watching you. They could have all eyes on you. I do feel like there is a bit of spying energy here, but I feel like it's the person that wants to come in with this love offer. Could also be other people that maybe are watching you. Could be like work related, that maybe there's some eyes on you for whatever you do. So keep it professional if at all possible, but I do feel like you have a lot of attention. Again, watch out for sneaky people, because you are headed towards some beautiful things. They're playing that Benson Boone song, Beautiful Things, I think, or Don't Let Me Lose Those Beautiful Things. It's been super popular last year. You'll know what it is. I do feel like for some of you, you're going towards marriage and commitment. For others of you, it's like a sense of family and belonging, but it's this really happy energy. Rainbows could also be significant for confirmation for somebody, no matter where or how you see it. I do feel like there is some pot of gold at the end of the rainbow this week. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.